get to play too much? Wow. Parker, I know you don't get to play too. I'm not even going to answer that. I never get to play too much. I think playing is great. Who thinks playing is fun? Yeah, playing is a good time. And you know, we come here and sometimes we don't get to play enough, even here. So we're going to play this morning. I like to play. I like this game a lot, probably because I'm in control. And I really enjoy that kind of stuff too. Spread out a little bit because you're going to need some room. So spread out. This game is very familiar. We'll practice it just for a second. To Simon Says, only it's Pastor Mike Says. If Pastor Mike says it, you do it. If we ask to do it and Pastor Mike doesn't say, you don't do it. So let's practice just for a second. Pastor Mike says, put your hands up in the air. Okay. Pastor Mike says, take them down. Here comes a tricky one. Raise your right hand. It wasn't Pastor Mike Says, so don't do that. Okay, so we're going to try now. Okay, you get how this works? You understand? If I say it, Pastor Mike says, raise your hands, and everybody raise their hands. Pastor Mike says, put them down. Put them down. Touch your nose. Pastor Mike didn't say touch. You just pay attention. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. That's what this game is about. Are you ready? Pastor Mike says, put your hand. Hold on just a second. If you guys want to try and play along, that's fine. I challenge you. Pastor Mike says, put your hands on your head. Pastor Mike says, put your other hand on your head. Pastor Mike says, take them down. Pastor Mike says, put both fingers to the ceiling. Pastor Mike says, take them down. Put your hands on your shoulders. That's okay. Pastor Mike says, put your hands on your shoulders. Pastor Mike says, go to the roof. Pastor Mike says, bring them down. Hands up. Pastor Mike says, hands up. Put your hands on your ears. Pastor Mike says, put your hands on your ears. Put your hands on your head. I didn't say Pastor Mike says. Now what I want to do is, Pastor Mike says, relax, the game is over. Okay. It's kind of hard, isn't it? The rules are real clear. Pastor Mike says you do it. If Pastor Mike doesn't say, you don't do it. And then what happens, I get faster and faster. And then I do things like, okay, game's over, sit down. Everybody sits down. And I said, I didn't say Pastor Mike says. But what I want to say is that can happen in life too. Sometimes we know what Jesus asks us to do really clearly. Jesus says that we're supposed to love one another and love everyone. Okay? Jesus says that. So that's easy enough to follow. Like Pastor Mike says, put your arms out. We put our arms out. But then some things happen maybe at school. Like everybody's treating somebody mean. And everybody's doing it. So we just kind of do it. Kind of like when Pastor Mike didn't say put your arms down, but we just did it because everybody did it. And it's, well, I saw you do it, so why don't we do it? Or maybe it's because if I go ahead and treat them mean like everybody else, people won't even pay attention to me. At least they're not treating me mean. And that can happen. But Jesus says, love one another as I loved you. That's really simple. But it's not always easy because we can get caught up in so much stuff that's going on, we do it without even paying attention. Sometimes we hurt somebody. You can sit down if you want to. It's fine with me. You can hurt somebody not meaning to. It's just like, well, everybody else is doing it. Has anybody ever said that and gotten maybe a little bit of trouble or something and you said, well, everybody else was doing that? Has anybody? I've said it. Everybody else was doing it. That can happen. That's at the other end. Just big shift in the world. Everybody else was doing it. No. Jesus said, love one another as I loved you. So, let's circle around and let's think. Watch your head, Parker. Don't stand up and bump your head. There we go. God, thank you that you love us always, even when we don't hear Pastor Mike says. Amen. Thank you, guys.